lot of stuff. It's just like you press and press and yes.
Yes, like that. It didn't do anything. You had to do something very specific to make it stop doing that.
Wipe it.
No, it was like a little swipey swipe a doodle maneuver.
Oh man, it gets me
Yes,
sometimes. Gets
yes.
me.
It's like a little hidden tab in the corner that you can pull out and turn it off.
Okay, that's news to me. I would have to start finding that out because it makes me
I don't know
stressed.
how I did it. I don't know how I did that, to be honest. I was just cleaning my screen. So it
I
should
see.
be easy.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yes, Oppo is the easiest one ever. I mean, why not? On other news, we have
Yes.
14. The channel has 14 followers.
1-4.
Yes.
Amazing.
Right?
Amazing.
Slowly but
I like
surely.
that. Of course.
Yes,
Yes,
14
little by little.
souls that listen
Of course.
to this.
That listen to us. I see. I
Yeah.
mean, very interesting. They should listen to us.
Yes, of course. Of course. I mean, 14 cells that we can name by name. So hi.
Yes, yes.
Thank
Yes, I
you.
wonder how many of them are psychologists just practicing on us.
That would be amazing if they actually write and say, listen, you guys need to work on this and this and that. Wouldn't that be amazing? Actually, I wonder if there is somebody who does that. I think there is. I mean, mostly
Of
people
course. I
do.
used to do it all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, psychologists, I haven't found anyone on YouTube analyzing people more than like they're like
No, you can't. You can't. Like, that's a very personal thing to be doing. So they don't talk to people when they do this, but they have to practice. So usually they look at like old court cases and old videos of people
uh
talking on the internet because that's what they've got. That's the material that they have. So, but obviously it's kind of personal, you know, what they're
yes,
doing. So they don't want you to know. Sometimes they will ask you, or and they will let you know. But obviously, you know, yeah, if you've got to practice. And YouTube is full of nut jobs.
so there is a mild chance that we are a case study in any university in the world.
At some point, it's almost bound to happen.
Yes. I
Hopefully,
mean,
they see this and let us know how fucking who's the crazy one.
I wouldn't say there is only one just for I think this is a share skill, if you will. But you know, the how you call it when the psychologists they analyze how you move and I forgot the name. How you call it? Like
Uh,
body gestures and everything when they how you
like
call
body
it?
language reading. Yes, body
Yes.
language. Reading body language. Yes.
Yeah. So I that's one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube, to be honest. So this
Oh yeah, you can tell so much about somebody by the way that they're acting, even, you know, by the way that you breathe, by
it's
the way you hold your shoulders, by the way you hold your head. You give so much away about yourself. Actually, I don't think psychologists are really good at doing that, but I don't actually think they're the best, to be honest.
because they're
I think
biased.
no, that's not why. It's because when they're wrong, they don't lose anything. I think poker players are better than them at reading body language.
I,
With poker
oh
players,
yeah,
you
of
have to
course.
be so fucking careful. Those people read you like a book. Like it's astounding how much they can tell about you and what you're thinking and what you're doing just by looking at you. It's almost like invading your privacy. It's just to some degree how good they get at this.
It's like kind
Especially
of
like some
amazing.
of the pro ones. Oh my God, those guys are so fucking good. Like it's insane what they can do because they apply it practically every day. You know, the average psychologist also does that, but I'm sure the inside of every psychologist's office it sounds a little bit like a broken record because you know they're dealing with the same shit all the time because
Yes.
couples fight over the same fucking essential basic things all the time. People have hard time with the exact same. So when it comes to developing, when it comes to the cutting edge, you have to go to the universities and those people and they study the fucking poker players because the poker players can do things that they cannot figure out.
It makes sense. I mean, they're only playing millions of dollars or euros or whatever. I mean, they have a lot in their plate for to do any bullshit. You know, they just need
Oh
to
yeah,
make sure
oh yeah,
that
oh
everything is
yeah.
going their
And
way.
there's and I mean there are guys out there like some of these guys who have been professional gamblers their whole life that have gone on YouTube and told you exactly how to do it, like like, but knowing what they're doing and being able to do it is two very different things. You know, it takes a lot of practice and it takes a very specific type of person to be able to be a successful. Anybody can be a professional gambler for about 6 months, you know. But to be a successful professional gambler, they're pretty few and far between, unless they're making millions of dollars somewhere else. People whose job it is to gamble and make money. Those people, especially at the poker tables, they are really good at reading body language. And oh man, even you can walk into the room and they know how you're feeling just by the way you're dressed.
Definitely.
Like
I can
you'll hear
understand
them,
that. Yeah.
you'll hear them, you'll hear them say stuff like he walked into the room and I saw how he was turning his ring on his finger, and I knew he was going to lose. you know.
It's a sign of stress when you start playing with your rings
Yes,
and
yes,
and
yes.
nobody who
You
ever
start looking for those things, and you become incredibly perceptive to them. If there's a couple, like you said, if there's a couple of million bucks on the table and the pressure is on, you're quite
I wonder
perceptive.
if people also specialize on the opposite, you know? Like if I know dressing bad means that I'm not really in my mental state, if playing
Yes,
with my
exactly. They
finger
do. Absolutely,
means
they do. They do. They have all kinds of fakes that they'll do, and they play a whole fucking mind game. Like they do exactly that you're saying. Like they
because
obviously know what to look for, so they know how to show it, and they know that they will bluff. That's
yes, of
poker. So
course.
it's when they're
Because
showing it, they're showing you the physical ticks along with the play
yeah,
to entice you into, and then you can double bluff, which is he doing that? Is he not doing that? Is he actually just got a bad hand and he's trying to fuck with, and it becomes really hard to tell. And so they become really good at it.
I
Really,
guess
really
so.
good at it.
Because I'm just thinking about like myself, you know, like I can be dressed as homeless and I can be having the best day of my entire life, you know, and
Yeah, yeah,
like playing with my fingers and my,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. And it's
it's
a
just a
whole
habit.
ritual. And funny enough, they're also usually quite. If you start listening to them, you find that almost all of them are quite superstitious people for some reason. I don't know why. It's a gambler's thing, but superstition is real. So they have these entire rituals that they do before to prepare themselves. Most of them have some sort of, they might. So many of them openly will call it a ritual and recognize it as such. But even the ones who say, "No, I just gonna pitch up and play," there is he might just have a very short kind of weird ritual, but there is definitely some process that he puts his mind through to get him into the
That's so
game there.
interesting. That's so
Yes,
interesting that thing because superstition. I mean, everybody's very superstition. Let's not go far from the ships. I mean, remember this person who goes every time they're Christian one and throws salt, pepper, and everything the night before, so it doesn't sink.
exactly,
So
exactly. Yes.
I guess,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. Did you hear the one about the Chinese lady who had to walk across the runway to her plane? And she thought, oh, well, while I'm out here, I'm going to take some of these coins from my purse and toss them into the engine for good luck. Yeah,
into the engine, into the engine.
yes, yeah, yeah. Luckily, it wasn't started up yet, obviously, but
Yeah,
they
that
had
was
to
a
spend like, an hour or 2 hours digging
finding
in
the
the engine there
freaking.
to fish all of the coins out. Yes, like a handful of coins out of
And
the
this
plane engine.
lady was an important person or went straight to jail.
Uh, oh no, I don't know. The way the article that I read about it made it seem like she was just a really sweet old lady, that really just
Oh,
did this because
so
she thought
they
this
sent her
this
to
was
the
good
cuckoo
luck.
house.
So
This
so
is good
probably
luck.
they just yeah, they probably gave her a pass. I don't know, like you just please
Thank you
don't
for
do
the good
that.
luck that cost
Okay.
me thousands of
No, no,
dollars
no.
for the
Yeah, you're
delay.
gonna have to wait a little bit while we fish those out, but we'll be right back.
Imagine explaining that to the people. There's a ladies and gentlemen.
Do you see the lady in the pink hat?
Yes,
That lady just tossed a handful of coins into the engine and is gonna delay us by probably about 3 hours.
yes.
Thank you for
She
your
just wanted.
understanding.
She just wanted to wish us luck and make sure we don't fall from the sky. So we should all be very nice and thankful for what this lady has done.
Yeah,
Have a nice
yeah,
flight in 3 hours.
yeah.
Yeah. We will offer you drinks and snacks for you to
Exactly.
be more
Exactly.
comfortable.
I could,
Feel
I can actually, having grown up in a workshop around mechanics, around my father and people who were mechanicking things, I can actually see the look on whoever had to go fish those coins out's face when they told him what had happened. He was probably like in a hangar somewhere, packing away his tools or working on some other important task, and somebody had to come up to him and say, "Hey, listen." An 80-year-old lady tossed a handful of coins into a, $30 million engine. Could you come? come?
uh, how can you explain that?
I bet his first responses were all not fit for family viewing. Them. Probably while he was doing it, there was nothing that was. You see, even while he's in there doing it, he's got a little ladder. But the camera stays very far away because nobody wants to hear what that guy is saying. That guy is spewing profanity like nothing.
But isn't it that funny? Because now that you talk about, I mean, human beings are we are so fantastic in many ways. But our first response for everything, even good or bad, is profanity. Have you noticed? Like if
Yeah,
something happens,
yeah,
heck yeah, fuck
yeah.
that, yes, and
That,
if something bad happens,
that's a
perfectly
South
fine.
African comedian. There's a South African comedian that had a show, a comedy set in which it was way back long ago, in which he argued that the first word was fire and the second word was fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Because fire, fuck.
Oh, oh no. Oh no. Yes, I mean we are so elemental. I don't know, we complicate our
Yeah,
things.
because
We're
that's
so
exactly what.
funny.
Imagine if you'd never seen a fire before. If you find a fire, the first thing you're gonna do is try to touch it.
Oh man, there was a video I was just watching now. There was I mean they always do these funny channels about like interracial, not interracial, but inter like people from two nationalities, relationships, and this is, I think they're American or they're definitely from somewhere, and she's a Latina with the mom and the child. And the guy is like making, minding his own business. He's cooking like I think it was like a garlic bread. He has the pan in his hand, everything. And then out of the sudden, the wife decided to just start screaming, you know. Like I think I didn't even understand. I think it was Spanish or something. It's like it was an emergency. She started
Well,
screaming,
panic in Spanish. Yes, yes,
I
panic
have
in
not
Spanish. We know what that sounds like. From an outside perspective, I know exactly what that's what
exactly,
panic
but it
sounds
was
like in
funny.
Spanish.
She just started screaming something. It was an emergency. She almost fell on top of the dog, grabbed the kid, the mother played along, they start running away screaming and then laughing, and the husband was like like John Travolta, he
I
didn't
see.
know what's happening. And
What's
just
going
like,
on?
yeah, it's like, is it an emergency? And you know and then watching the comments was the best. It was like the myths say he's still waiting for the bread to be finished. I mean, I don't know. It was just hilarious to see that the response. Like
Mhm.
I would say, like, and people would say, if you see your wife run, you run. No, he was just
We
like,
actually used to play a game similar to that a way back. This is kind of a little bit of a wilder. You see, when you give a lot of men guns, you put them in the bush all on their own with no female or real supervision. This is kind of one
okay,
of those stories. But if you can imagine, we used to have this. It was like a kitchen on the left hand side. If you walked into a big double door, there was a kitchen on the left hand side, and a sitting room on the right hand side. Okay. So at any given time, you could walk in there and you'd find like maybe 10 people in there, you know, four guys playing PlayStation, some others sitting on the couches playing with their phone, or, some other people cooking. So this thing that we used to do, which is probably not that safe, but we used to have these combat boots, really, like we had proper leather, heavy combat boots. And if you would walk in there at night, every now and again, like once or twice a week, right, somebody would decide to do this. You would walk in and you can turn off the light. Okay, and then it's pitch black. Remember, this place is in the middle of nowhere. You turn out
hmm,
the lights, there is no lights. There is no street lights outside. There is no neighbors. It is pitch black. Okay, and you have that shoe in your hand and you're gonna throw it. Okay, and they all know that you're gonna throw that shoe with all of your might, and they all know you can't really see what you're aiming at.
oh
They don't
dear,
really know anything. They just know there is going to be this heavy projectile that if it hits you in the head, it's gonna put you to sleep. Like guys went to sleep like this. Okay, okay. So you can imagine sitting around with guys playing PlayStation, wara wara wara. In this guy walks, he flips off the power, and you just hear bodies hitting the floor. Like you just hear guys climbing over one another, trying to get behind the couch. You hear pots and pans breaking, and then this is even before you throw the shoe. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. People are great.
I don't know. I think we very easily scared now. That's why
Like if
we are like
But
the
nobody wants to
worst.
get hit in the head with a fucking shoe. Nobody,
I
nobody
mean,
wants to get hit in the head with a shoe because you're gonna carry probably scars. If you have to walk around with a blue eye for 2 weeks as a guy, at that point you'd rather just tell them you were in a bar fight and you got hit by somebody else. You don't want to tell them you got hit by a random
oh,
shoe in the fucking dark.
well, if you tell them it was a Latina, imagine if they include a Latina mom in that they can see even in the dark. They can get you. They can even
Oh yeah,
aim.
yeah, yeah. We had guys like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. We had one
Sniper.
sergeant. Yeah, we had one sergeant. He was a Zulu man, an older one. He was much older than us, and he was very good at that. He was very good at a lot of things actually, but he was very good at hitting you. If he came in there and those lights went out, you needed to get the fuck out the way because if he wanted to hit you, he was going to hit you whether it was dark or not. He even
Oh
knew where you
dear.
were going to run. Okay, he knows
Oh
where you're
man, that's
going. He's
they
going to get you.
acute senses. You know, it's like I
Yes.
know.
Yes, I know where he's gonna go. He just needs to see where you're sitting before he turns off the power, and then you're fucked. You're gonna get hit.
I wonder what will be the counterattack. Because if you move, he will know. Exactly.
Yes,
But
but also there are, like I say, at least I'd say at the very least, at least five or six other guys also moving.
oh dear. So
And obviously,
he has
you
to
try to
decide who
time it
he's
so that
going
because
to.
the fuller the better. So you go at peak time, like when everybody's in there cooking and enjoying themselves. You want to go in there. A couple of times if you timed it just right, you could catch like 20 of them in there, and then it's just a barney. It's wonderful. It's like Aussie rules rugby. It's just a free for all.
Uh, oh no. Again, humans are very special.
Also, a
Very
very good way to
special.
teach people the difference between cover and concealment.
Okay.
Yes.
Explain.
Well, I might not be able to see you, but that doesn't mean necessarily that I can't hit you.
Oh. Anyway, a threat.
Exactly.
Interesting. Interesting. Just very interesting how we all like for some reason the algorithm just threw me reactions this morning into
Yeah.
my Instagram. It was very funny to see the different reactions we have, you know? For example, there was sometime this week it was in a bank here in Colombia and the lady was in
Mhm.
I don't know how it works in South Africa, but here not every bank, but most of them they have like the main attention spam, and then they have like an extra one for the people who cannot go into that time. So the extra one will go for like from 4 or 5 until 7. I might be wrong, but that's most of them. So you can do extra hours, your things, you know. And this lady has been in the bank for 3 days. Yeah, extra hours, apparently never been able to actually solve the matter. And when they finally got to her like turn, they told her, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't do this in extra hours. You need to come in. Yes, you need to come in like normal time, you know? Oh my, this lady, I mean, after 3 days and 2 hours, she lost her shit. She was literally screaming and kicking, like, how is this possible? You just tell me now you don't do this, like screaming badly, you know? And people were just
Uh-huh.
watching and like filming, and and they
Yes.
nobody actually says anything. This is the thing. Everybody feels the same. Service is shit.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
stands up
Yes.
with her and say, you cannot do this. It's 3 days.
Yeah.
Like
That's fair.
like the time you went to get your passport and they told her come tomorrow. You know?
Yes. Yes. I don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the end, after like I mean, people start filming at least 10 minutes after the lady still screaming. You never caught her. Never, never. That doesn't happen unless you know it's gonna
I
happen.
see.
So I'm
I
assuming
see.
this lady has been screaming for 10 minutes before somebody starts actually taping what's happening.
Stuff. I
Finally,
see.
the manager of the that franchise came out and said, "You cannot be disrespectful. You need to calm down. I will call the police." Call the fucking police. I don't care. Call it now. And people in the back, I'm not sure if they'll say like, yes, you go, girl. You know, it's like, oh, yes, call the police. I'm not sure which one they were going.
Maybe a little bit of both. Like,
Yes, yes. So they were like,
where's he gone? But let's just get the boys in blue here just to make sure nobody gets hurt. You know?
yes, yes, yes. But oh man, that lady was almost like was screaming and crying at the same time. I think it was something very serious, and losing 3 days and 2 hours, that's a lot for a person who works.
Oh man, I would be beside myself. I would be dangerous at this point, let's be honest.
Yes, of
Yes.
course. I mean, how can you just play with my time? You know?
Exactly. Exactly. That's why that's why I kind of roll my eyes that's always what they say. Like you can't come here and disrespect us, but you're fucking disrespecting us. You disrespect people, and you
Every
do it
day.
institutionally. So you hide behind, oh, it's the fucking rules we have to follow. No, we get it. You have to follow the rules from the top, but that doesn't mean you have to be a dickhead. Like, come on,
Like,
simple.
okay, I get it. From
Someone's
the
waiting for
point,
3 days. Yeah, I mean, if someone's waiting for 3 days and you tell them to come back in office hours, oh my God, I would die. Like, I would go, I would
the police will be there. That's it.
cataclysmic,
The police.
cataclysmic. Yes, yes, the Popo would be involved. Like, I would raise an army and conquer them. Okay, like, like,
It's funny.
don't fuck around with me like that.
I wish, I guess, our personalities, but I will for sure side with the lady. Like nobody called me, but I will be like, help the fucking lady now, you know? But
Well,
nobody does that. Nobody actually does that. Nobody,
people don't want to get involved because, you know,
yes,
in
but
most
it's
of
for
the,
their own
because we don't
well-being.
see the average incidents of people yelling at managers. Let's be honest. We only
Mm,
see the kind of ones that go violent.
mm.
And people are quite, it's not really pacifism. It's really just cowardice. People don't have the backbone to get involved when they see somebody in need of help anymore. In some cases, it doesn't make sense, but, uh, I mean, be that what it is.
We had this conversation before. I mean, I guess like customer service, we work with people
Yeah.
and solve situations. And I think everybody, most of the people understands what is working with customer service. And I do understand that the other side, when you are behind the desk, I can understand why these people become eventually aggressive. I do 100%. And it's not because of the person
Yeah.
specifically, it's because there have been 1,000 like this exact person who has asked and request and say the same thing, and you cannot fix it, you know? And I do
Yeah.
understand why you get upset, but then again, you know, and the funny part of it is like the people will throw you the, you know, the pearl, like if you don't like your job, well, then go, you know, you should quit your job if you don't like it. And fair,
Yeah.
they have a fair
Yeah.
point,
There
but
are people who shouldn't be doing what they're doing. Some people
ex
just shouldn't be in customer service, let's be honest. Me, I'd be a
true
fucking
story.
terrible waiter. I would die of hunger as a waiter.
I'm just clumsy to do it. People will be. super angry with the full like the soup on the chest and everything. I'll be that type
Yeah,
of of waiter that will shower
yeah,
you
yeah,
instead of feed you. So for
yeah.
sure.
Like some people just aren't cut out for it, and we got to make peace with that. That's also fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody,
But
is just sweet talking. But then employers should really figure out a way when you have, customer fronted employees. At least they need to be people persons. You know. I don't want to
I mean
oversimplify it too
people
much,
people
but you need
person.
dog people. You need dog people. They're not cat people. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they need golden
Yes,
retrievers. Yes.
maybe. I mean, there could not be enough golden retrievers in the world, to be honest.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes. But I guess, I mean, not everybody. I get your point. Not everybody is a customer service person, and not. But
And also, customers are cats. Yes, that's also true.
that's what I was
100%.
gonna
Like,
say.
why?
Like a
That's bad.
great
That's
percent.
bad language, but it is what it is.
That's
Like I
okay.
have seen
YouTube
some
doesn't censor it.
horrendous things, like such horrendous things
That's
people
the
do
thing.
because they think they're entitled. Like it's mad. It's
Like,
mad.
let's say a great percentage
They're
of the
crazy.
customer service people who are really aggressive at this moment, now they are trying to go back. I mean, they used to be golden retrievers. They used to be
No,
super
I
good.
also fully understand that they're like that sometimes just to protect themselves from us. No, I fully sympathize with that.
I guess
There are no
that's
good
a
guys in my stories. As you'll learn, there are no good guys in my stories. Like I think we're all
no,
equally
definitely,
shite.
definitely. I guess you just get um. It's like a butterfly. You start and you're very good at what you're doing, and then bad things happen, bad for people happen when you get to it. So you have two choices, or you get like really sour and become the worst customer person ever in the world, the one that will give you bad service, or the person who will be always a golden retriever and will tell you with a smile, like, I can help you. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the one that
like
you will
like
yell at it and you'll say, thank you. I mean,
yes, yes.
and that's the worst. It's the best outcome, but it's the worst. I don't know, but people get more offended by somebody who will like peacefully
When
tell you
when
tell you.
you're yes, when you're not shouting back at them. Yes, I've known this for a
Yes,
long time. Like if you just they like you can enrage people by
yes,
simply not
yes.
engaging in their argument. Yes, yes. No, I
And it
know
has
this.
happened
I
to me
will very
several
well,
times.
as you know.
It has happened to me several times, especially when I was in Lyrica. I was we were doing like what it was, Israel, Turkey, and Greece, and there was this Argentinian person, Senora, and she came to me asking for a change, and I said, "Listen, I hear you, I understand, but unfortunately, can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. I
Yeah.
That's it. Like it's out of my hands. Oh, you're such a rude person. How come you telling me that?" And I was labeled as a rude and literally the worst customer person she could ever meet, just
Mhm.
because I said I can't. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a confusing thing, and I can understand why people will respond terrible to in a specific uh situation in
It's
terms
one
of
of my
customer.
favorite things. I just like to watch them boil over, kind of like a pot of hot milk on the stove. Just, you know. You're not giving them
Oh,
the
you changed.
responses they need to keep shouting.
Yes, because yes, it's
Like
true.
you don't react in the same in kind when people are getting annoyed with you, and you just keep your smile on your face and you just kind
I
of
don't know
walk
if
away.
people
So
understand that,
I don't know.
because
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's quite easy to read the look on my face when that's happening. I don't know what I look like when when
no,
I'm doing
because
that, but I bet
I
it's but I bet because it gets the job done. They get the message.
I
That's
understand, but I guess
crazy. They just swing around and walk away. Right? There's no way.
true story. But it's very funny because
Same.
when you're training or when they're like coaching you for provide a service, they always tell you to keep your best face, you know? It's like keep your best face and try to be nice and gentle and things like that.
Yeah.
It works in a Starbucks, like I said, like the day I told you, like they were not doing their job, but they were saying, have a nice day. And I didn't want to be the Karen and be all over the news because they're not doing what I
Yes.
want, you know? But
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I think I got the most insulted when I was good, when
I
I was
see.
literally nicer and understanding and trying to keep out not a whole smile in my face, but not a grin. Like, it's like
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah. Yeah.
different. I'm just trying to
Yes.
be posed. And I think I got more
Yes.
insulted when I was doing
I'm.
that
I'm.
because
I'm.
people understood, they felt I was making fun of them.
I see. Of course. Of course.
Yeah. They felt that I was not taking them seriously. And I was like, especially Italians, so like how dare you smile at me? Like, that's my job. I don't know what to
Oh
say
yeah.
to
This
you.
is the other thing. This is the other thing that appears to be significant variance across generations. Even like I don't even think our old kind of outdated rules of this is Gen X, that is Gen Millennials, this is it's not it that's not even very helpful anymore because these kids seem to change day by day. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Like uh,
I really don't understand how will be now uh to be safe in that environment where there is Gen Z around. How not to offend? To be honest, it's like just my whole self can be offended.
no, it's just the same way that we all knew that if you treat the older people of the kind of baby boomers, that if you treat them a certain way, you were gonna get a response that you really don't like. Okay, just the same way they kind of need to adapt, and we kind of need to have a good we need to have some temperament and understanding, obviously, with them. They're not different from us in any significant way, by the way. It's just that they speak funny. To me, that language is like a whole thing on its own. It's almost not even English anymore. I don't know. It's almost like
I don't know.
I
I mean, I'm
think
really proud
you could
for
use it.
economy of words. I'm one of the supporters,
Actually, yeah.
but this is
Yeah,
over
but
my head. There was a festival a week
yes.
ago, I think, called Cordillera. I think I mentioned it or not.
Uh-huh.
It's a musical festival, like I think it's a Spanish bands, like Latin American bands. I cannot be sure. I've never been there.
Uh-huh.
And uh, there is an influencer slash businesswoman. I don't know. And she was leaving the place. She was working at the festival, and on the way out, obviously she just filmed part of the situation, but there was a couple that were like intoxicated and they were like touching her, and they decided
I
that
see.
she looked Venezuelan, so they were like smashing that, oh, you go away to your country, you are full of lies, you should
Oh,
take a shower. Oh man, bad
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
bad
wow.
stuff. And I just saw a little like extract of that video the day, and then
Hmm.
I just happened to bump into the same account, and I saw the video until the last interaction. You know, when they're like,
Hmm.
apparently they were like they heard something because the problem was like everybody was going on the same exit, like in every single thing. I mean, I'm not
Yes,
sure.
of course.
As far as I remember, if you go to a festival, you go as a VIP and you end up as a peasant. You go with everybody,
Hmm.
and that's what
Hmm.
exactly what happened. They were going with workers, VIPs, everybody, and she was part of the festival, and this one apparently was a VIP with the boyfriend,
Hmm.
whatever. And they were saying that it was not fair that she was going with them, that they were mixing, and then they started like physically touching her friend, grabbing the hair, and then things were escalating, going back and forth, and she decided, I'm just gonna record. And that's what we all saw.
Hmm.
They were like, oh, you are full of lies, you have lies, you should shower, go back to your country, Venezuela, blah, blah, blah. And at the end, the boyfriend, friend, I don't know, he was quiet until they were passing in front of her. And then he decided to flip her off and said, like, go fuck yourself or something like that. And they kept going. Oh man, the reaction of Colombia was interesting. I mean, expected.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They
People
probably
found
didn't like the lady much.
no. And the men,
Yeah.
none of them. They
Oh
decided
yeah,
they
both of them.
yes, they
They're just
decided
terrible.
to lynch them. They were going to die. By the
I
moment
see.
I saw the video, which was early, it was 5 in the morning. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And they already had
Yeah, people.
names, last names, where they work, everything they
Oh my
already
God.
wrote. They wrote to the companies they used to work. They got fired, by the way. So they
Of
work.
course.
Yes, they wrote to the accounts of. They used to work for a university and everything. So they worked to the
Oh
D.
my
They wrote to
God.
the dean accounts, everybody. They wrote to everybody, and they got them fired. One, and then the lady who was affected, let's say, she said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you some context," because then she
Mhm.
issued the offender issue an apology saying, "I'm sorry, but you should know the context before doing anything." Which I'm not sure if it's that wrong because people were going after her, like, how can you apologize but throwing a butt in it, you know? So it's an interesting thing. So
Yeah.
she canceled she not canceled but took away her IG account and then just put it back again, just with the issue of the apology made. Everybody says it's ChatGPT do.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Almost
And
100%. It's there's like solid science that says you can
yes,
safely ignore everything somebody says before the word but. Okay.
yeah,
They're gonna say but, and then they're gonna tell you what they really feel.
yeah. Well, basically, independently, I kind of read it, skim it a little bit, and it says that okay, I understand that even though it's a reproachable uh, behavior of mine that I should have never done and said that, that doesn't really says the type of human being I am, which is not true. But okay, and she was intoxicated as well. But
I
anyway,
mean, you could make that argument if it was, 20 years ago when you were a college student. You can't make that fucking argument if it was on
now
Saturday.
that's
Okay?
no,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Like,
I mean, I guess
like
the best part of Instagram or any social media is not the video itself. It's are the comments
the
as always.
comments. Oh man,
Yes.
the comments are
And then I was
golden.
looking at it. And there was somebody. I didn't go into the account, but they basically said, uh, you know, if you know who they are, just give me names and last names and hopefully city and everything, and I will send the information to the U.S. embassy and I will cancel them. I mean, they this, and I was like,
Hello,
oh
who
my
canceled
god,
them?
yes, 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 yes. And
uh,
now,
such
and this is
madness.
not a way to excuse the behavior. That's, I mean, we have heard worse for sure.
Of course.
But how dangerous we are at the same time. I mean, what if this person is not really that bad? What if, like I don't know.
You see, there's a very fine line there. Okay. Uh, at some point of which you are kind of right and entitled. Okay.
Yeah,
But once you cross a specific point, then I'm not sure how justifiable saying just whatever you want is. Okay. Like, obviously, if you can admit you made a mistake, you made a mistake. People make mistakes, no fucking problem. But once you cross a certain line, you can't unring the bell now. It's said, and it's clear that you believe it. And at some point, you just got to stop being apologetic for it and be like, "Hey, listen, fuck. Just because I'm a rude cunt doesn't mean I'm wrong." Okay, that's pretty much what I'm saying here. Just because a message is delivered to you in an incredibly rude and inappropriate way, it doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. And I'm not saying Venezuelan people don't shower or whatever. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that, we tend to ignore people uh, a little bit. We don't take them on face value enough. Like, if a
yeah.
crazy person is yelling at you, just take it as a crazy person.
But what makes me is how can I say this? It's very interesting to me to know that now we categorize bad behavior within a specific nationality. This person who was the offended, let's say, she's very Colombian, like from Bogota, you know? Exactly.
It's,
So,
just to put the cherry on top, right?
yes,
Like, just to add
so
insult to injury, so to speak. I got you.
exactly. It's, I mean,
Mhm.
and unfortunately for this person, because if she would have insulted somebody else who doesn't have a big presence on IG, for sure they would have, she would
That's a big part
be,
of it. People speak that way because we're habituated to it by the internet.
yes,
Okay, there's a lot of really big, strong, tough people who know everything out there on the internet. And
yes,
sometimes we forget that that doesn't translate directly into real world stuff, like
oh
people
man,
act in real life nowadays like they would act on the internet, which is terrible because, the your, your ability to I don't even like your ability to control yourself on the internet is almost zero. Like you can say anything. Okay, there is it's like the wild wild west.
mm.
Okay, and we all know you can't act that way in real life, but people are doing it.
Well, uh, I wouldn't, depends on the generation nowadays. I would say it's probably that they would.
The typical Karen behavior, that's exactly what
Yes.
that is. Like, I want to speak to your manager. That's exactly what that is. That's like
Mm.
what you would do in an internet chat room if you want to bully the group, you know. Who is the administrator? Get this person removed. He said a bad word.
Oh man. Yes.
Me
Like
too.
I I really forgotten about that incident, and then I discovered it today again. I was like, like uh, literally, your life is destroyable by anyone.
True story. That's obviously the other side of the coin. There is this thing that, you know, free speech. How far does it go? But that's kind of what I'm saying. You're free to say things up to a certain point, but that doesn't, you know, it doesn't mean you can say what you want. That's not what free speech means. That's all what I say. It You still need to be, you know, respectful, considerate, and if you're an asshole, you're an asshole, and then nobody has to listen to you. It's just how it is. Even if you're right, you know, like people don't have to listen to your bullshit. Like everybody gets paid to listen to your bullshit. You pay them. Not that.
I mean, that's yes, that's how it has always been. I mean, you can be right, but if you said it in the
Exactly.
wrong tone, then that makes you wrong,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, 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 yeah.
And it's like, oh, dear. But now, but now you have the easy way. You know, you can just say, I'm not just food. I have a condition. I have. I've
Oh
been.
yeah,
I've
oh
been.
yeah.
I.
People cherry picking their own mental disorders.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, that's the thing.
Yes.
That's also a thing. It's also very common. Uh, a unique and splendid form of hypochondria. You know,
I mean, if I
it's
think it's if it makes the
it's it's,
charm of
it's
get you out of trouble.
self-beneficiary. It's wonderful. It's different from previous types of hypochondria in the sense the previous types of hypochondria was because people are scared they were going to die and they didn't fucking explain this and they came up with all of these ideas. You know, these ones they're coming up with most of these ideas with the express intent of receiving sympathy. Okay, which might have been something from the very start. Now that I think of it, you know, there might have been something there probably. But yeah. People are farming mental disorders for sympathy. That's the thing.
I guess that's what I think that's what entertains me the most on social media now, because literally it's all about it's full of psychologists and people who believes they know what other people are. So, or maybe it's just my algorithm. Like your
Yeah,
algorithm is full of
yeah,
mechanics, and
yeah, yeah,
mine it's about
yeah,
people who are entitled to judge which mental disorder X, Y, and Z has. It's like
yeah.
that.
That's a
It's
very
like
that's an incredibly dangerous thing to be doing. Like, and
yes,
we can take something like the earlier versions. Now it's worse with these TikTok people because you know on TikTok you could say you're a psychologist and not actually be one. For one, that's one thing that could be going on. And secondly, being a psychologist and being a good psychologist is not necessarily the same thing either. Okay, you know, just because you earned a doctorate doesn't really give you the right yet to, you know, think very highly of your own opinion, even though it's an accomplishment. Not getting me wrong. I'm just saying, like, you know, there are varying degrees within this hierarchy of people, and we should be trying to listen to, you know, the professors, not the students. And now
oh dear.
it's, you know, mostly students and wannabes and complete frauds and conmen. And it's a bit of a mess.
It is, and the most dangerous thing is that they don't have a smidge of doubt in what they say. You know,
Of course,
it's
of course.
completely
And
sure and
you leave me
entitled.
if you can pretty much, a good rule of thumb. I'm not saying this is completely accurate, but a good rule of thumb is this: if they're trying to sell you something on the back end of what they're saying, okay, it's
It's
almost
not.
certainly bullshit.
Yes.
Okay, there is no drugs in the world that are gonna make you happy. There is no breathing
I mean,
exercises
momentarily.
that's magically going to solve your insomnia and your distractibility. That's not gonna happen. Okay, these people are selling snake oil, so be very careful of listening to such. Just do the old-fashioned thing. Phone up someone. Okay, like look for psychologists in my area on Google. Phone them up.
Somebody who has
Go down there. Speak
a
to some.
practice.
Speak to a real person face to face. You want somebody with a clipboard if you wanna diagnose yourself. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
There was another video. It's just literally very entertaining. It's like my stand-up comedy of the day, to be honest, that type of thing. There was this lady who was saying that from the all human species, like men, women, we're talking about, the only general that we should never trust is a man. The man should not be trusted whatsoever, like men, you know? And
I
you know
see.
why she knows that? Why she's saying
How
that?
does she know this? No,
Because she believes that kids know better. So kids don't trust men at all. So, and
of
her
course not.
example is
Especially not small kids. Especially not very young
yes,
kids. They're
but
they're
that's
not.
exactly the
They only
punchline.
become interested with the man, like from a little bit older. So when they're young,
So,
it's mommy, mommy, mommy. Yeah, but that's a
exactly.
mommy thing. That's a mommy thing. Like,
But
and we all do it. So
what she
it's
says
not really
is
like
no, what she says, and like her justification to say that between women and men, the men are the ones who not should not be trusted never, is
I see.
this situation, this little situations that happens that the kid is so used to the father having a beard, you know, that he
Yeah,
from the moment he was born
and then he shaves the
until
beard and then
yes.
terrifies the child. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
exactly. So she
Okay.
says, yeah, like the only thing that changed was the beard, and then that's like the kid doesn't trust it anymore. I was like, oh man, like a
You can also
baby.
scare a 2-year-old with a mask or a fucking sock
Not
over
only
your
that,
head.
it's
I mean, like, no,
especially,
no, like children react to things very differently, and they do react to men differently to women, especially when they're young. When you're a baby, you are still kind of a part of this person who produced you in many significant ways, emotionally and fundamentally almost.
and not
So,
only that. I mean, for example, for men, like when you shave your beard, you change. It's
a
it's
lot.
it's you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
change so much.
Yeah.
So if it's like it's not a traumatic. That's too
Especially if
big of a word.
if people are used to seeing you with a big old beard, and people don't, because then they really don't know what your face looks like. That's
Exactly,
actually what's happening to the baby. He doesn't. The beard is a part of the face for him, and now that the beard is gone, he can't recognize the face. So that's what's happening. You
exactly.
could
It's
do
not
you
about
can
a
do the
trust.
exact same thing. Yeah, you can do the exact same thing with some costume makeup on the mom. That's not a very good argument, I'm afraid.
I know, but it really makes like I was like, if it's traumatic for me when you completely shave,
Yeah.
of course
No,
it's
no,
traumatic for
of course.
for
No,
kids.
of course. Normal, normal,
Oh dear.
normal.
And but yes, she just went straight to kill men. No, if kids
Yeah,
don't trust
yeah,
a man, we shouldn't. I was like,
yeah. When you start with your answer, then it's always easy to find plenty of evidence. You see, that's another issue. You know. If you're looking for a reason to hate men, there are plenty. I promise you. You won't have to look far. Okay? You don't have to make them up either. To be honest, like,
But oh
but
man,
as I was saying earlier, we're all pretty damn shite. So there are plenty of reasons to hate women too. That's just how we are. We're not that great I'm playing when I say that, but I think humans are pretty cool. But on the up and up, we act kind of silly.
yes, of course, it's a human thing, regardless,
Yeah.
men or women. I've seen women being super angry and reacting in ways that you will never like like it's a like it's over me. And I've seen also
Mm.
men. It's just I don't know. Like we said at the beginning, humans are so great.
Yes, the human condition. Yes, 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 yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
yes, yes.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean,
Yeah.
we can literally surprise each other in ways we will never knew before.
In the best and worst way, and sometimes on the
Yes,
same day. Like,
yes, 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 yes. You know, I guess it's just we are used to, and I do believe that that is completely true. I mean, we are many humans, or many we have many personalities throughout our
yes.
lives. You know, even
Uh-huh.
with languages, I mean, I am a believer that you have a personality with each language you talk. You know, I do.
Yeah, yeah, to an
Yes,
extent, yes, to an extent.
definitely. There's a
Especially
lot of you.
if you usually use them in different ways and settings. We
Yeah.
have a personality for every occasion, to be honest. Human
Mm.
beings aren't as simple as we thought before. There is a work personality and a home personality and a husband and a wife personality, and these are all different. And it's not schizophrenia even; it's quite normal.
But I don't think that even though it's been well proved, I don't think
Just the way you wouldn't cuss in front of your mother. That's essentially what it is.
all the consequences will be greater. I don't think I
Exactly.
think we don't do
Exactly.
it. I don't wanna have my face disfigurated because I
Yes,
did something
exactly.
wrong.
Yes,
But
yes, yes, yes.
I don't think it's just um we don't really think about it, and people don't really accept that they might be different people, you know? We also tend to
Yeah,
believe,
because me.
yes, yes, yes. So that's why we have more problems. If I met you as a security guard, and then as a person, say, oh man, you're so different,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. True story. Very good.
We're finished, I guess.
I see. Yeah, I guess so. I didn't have anything else to say.
Exactly, we were like, "Do, do, 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 do." No, but
Very
I do
good.
believe we had like a really nice conversation regarding humans. That's very interesting.
Humans are interesting.
Hmm. Well, I guess thank you. I will see you in
Thank
the
you.
next one.
Oh, thank you so much. Anytime.
Gracias por quedarte hasta el final. Si algo de lo que escuchaste hoy te tocó el alma, puedes apoyarme en Ko-fi o Patreon. Ahí, esta voz se alimenta. Con tu apoyo, esta cosecha crece. Los links están en la descripción. Hasta la próxima.